Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Saturday, the 7th of October 2023. Today, being a Saturday, was match day, and it was a home game against Hull, and apparently it was an entertaining den draw. Are you not entertained? This is from millwallfc.co.uk. This is the match report. Millwall and Hull City share entertaining den draw. Millwall and Hull City played out a thrilling 2-2 draw at the Den Sky Bet Championship on Saturday afternoon. Duncan Watmore opened the scoring in SC16, but two first half goals from Jaden Philogene and Adamo Traore turned the game on its head before half time. Joe Bryan's first goal for the Lions, however, rescued a point. Gary Rowett opted to field the same side which won 2-0 Plymouth Argyle on Tuesday night against the Tigers, meaning that the trio of Danny McNamara, Wes Harding and Bryan all came in at home park, kept their places. The one change was on the substitute bench, meanwhile, saw Tom Bradshaw return from injury to replace the ineligible Ryan Longman. The Tigers had the better of the opening exchanges in South East London, fashioning two attempts on goal inside the first 5 minutes. Liam Delap curling the second of those over Bartosz Białkowski's crossbar. However, from Mill's first shot on goal, they took the lead. Bryan's free kick from the left could not be dealt with by the whole defence, allowing Watmore to ghost in at the back post and fire home despite the despairing dive of Ryan Allsop. A whole free kick was blocked by the Millwall players' wall as the visitors looked for a response. But the Lions were the next to hit the target in 17 minutes, Alan Campbell's strike hitting the side netting, however. A spectacular overhead kick from Philogene nestled into the arms Białkowski as the half wore on, but Mill's flowing attacking football was getting the Den crowd off its feet. A sweeping move with 20 minutes on the clock, drawing applause from three sides of the stadium. The Tigers were level though on 25 minutes as a ball forward was controlled by Philogene, allowing the whole man to burst through the Mill defence and fire beyond the helpless Białkowski. They sprung the offside trap. We were trying to play offside, and because we were playing a back four, they were spread out, and there was space for him to run in behind. An eventful half continued as the Lions could have retaken the lead straight from kickoff, only for the whole defence to crowd out Kevin Nisbet for a cross at the other end, almost led to a freak own goal, not for a stunning reaction stop from Białkowski, tipping the ball onto the post and behind. With half an hour elapsed, though, there was another goal as a mistake at the back saw Adamo Traore fire into the back of the net from a few yards out. The mistake's been put on Danny McNamara, but it's between him and Bart. Like they need to figure it out for themselves. Everyone's digging out Danny Mac. He's headed it back towards Białkowski, and it's not gone to him. And then the guy has chased after it. He's gone to the side of the area, and then he's put it back across the goal, and obviously Danny Mac's chased after him, so there's a gap there that wasn't filled from another Mill player dropping in, so that's wide open, and he had a shot, and boom, they score. Delap was causing Millwall problems, and he's twisting and turning with 6 minutes to play until the half-time break could have let Scott Twine in for a third, but the cross was fortunately just too long for the attacker. Zion Fleming had the final act of the half, skewing an effort wide as the Lions looked to equalise in stoppage time. So yeah, we go into the break losing 2-1, which was my prediction. I predicted that we would lose 2-1. But two half-time changes from Gary Rowett saw Brook Norton, Cuffy and Bradshaw replace McNamara and goal scorer Watmore, both straight into the action at the start of the second half, forcing the issue on either wing. Some neat Millwall football saw Casper Dinor wind up a left-footed effort from just outside the box on 49 minutes, but his shot was met by a flying save from Allsop, who tipped over the crossbar. Set-up play down the right-hand side then eventually ended with Jay Cooper heading over before the Lions got their reward for the second half endeavour In 54 minutes, as patient play on the edge of the penalty area saw Brian beat one before striking a calm effort across the box and into the back of the net for his first Millwall goal. Norton Cuffy had injected new life into the Lions' right-hand side, and his cross was headed towards goal by Nisbet on 57 minutes, but into the arms of Allsop. Whilst at the other end, Harding had to be on guard and chase down the pacey Delap, executing a perfect sliding challenge to prevent the front man going in on goal. Bradshaw glanced ahead wide from Brian's free kick as Millwall went in search of a third, and with the Lions on top, as the last 15 minutes came into view, Cooper's header had to be deflected behind. Romain Esse was a late substitute for Fleming, and his shot went wide as the clock ticked into the mid-80s, and it was the midfielder's driving run which set up another substitute, Adomo and Maku, in stoppage time, but the Irishman blazed over from the edge of the area. Tim Robertson blew for time on an entertaining encounter moments later. Well, it's only entertaining because we got the draw. But if you saw yesterday's video that I made, I thought it was going to be 2-1, but I did say don't rule out the draw because Millwall had not drawn yet at home this season, and Hull had not drawn away from home yet this season. So there was a streak of not having a draw. So that streaks need to end. So if you're looking for betting, look for the streak and go against it. So here we go. The team was Biakowski, Leonard, Harding, Cooper, McNamara, Campbell, Denore, Bryan, Watmore, Fleming and Nisbet. And the subs were Norton Cuffy for McNamara at half time, Bradshaw for Watmore at half time, and then Immaculon for Nisbet on the 58th minute, Saville on for Campbell on the 71 minute, and Esse on for Fleming the 82nd minute, and the unused subs of Truman, Murray Wallace, Billy Mitchell, and George Honeyman. So there you go. And that was all played out in front of a crowd of 15,204 with 1,113 Hull City fans. So here we go, post-match comments. I'm certainly pleased with the response. Gary happy with Millwall comeback, but bemoans defending during 2-2 draw with Hull. It was a point of peace for Millwall and Hull and the Den. Gary was happy with the way his side fought back to earn a draw against Hull, but expressed concern over the defending that led to Millwall trailing in the first place. Yes. The match marked the first time the Lions have conceded more than one goal in the first half all season, and the first occasion in which both sides have scored in a match at the Den in all competitions since May. This game also saw Millwall going behind after scoring first for the first time this season, and is so far the only time they have come from behind to avoid defeat in this campaign, having lost all 5 previous games in which they've conceded first. That don't make no sense. Hang on. So far, the only time they've come from behind to avoid defeat. Yeah, we were 2-1 down, and we were 2-2, having lost all 5 previous games in which they conceded first. But he just said we didn't concede; we scored first. It's the first time where we scored first and then gone behind. So that doesn't really scan. Reacting after the game. Gary Rowett said, "We responded really well. We had to change it after the first half tactically, formation-wise, personnel-wise. It certainly did the trick second half. I thought maybe just a little bit more composure, maybe we go and get the third. I don't necessarily think we had amazing chances, but we had 2 or 3 little moments where maybe we could have gone and got the next one and won the game. But I'm certainly pleased with the response. I felt that we didn't cope with the 2 goals very well again. And that's something that I certainly spoke to the players about at half-time. Firstly, Hull are a really good side. They're really well coached. I think Liam's done a really good job. They're a difficult side to play against. You try to press them, they just bounce it around you. They got really nice patterns, really comfortable in possession. I've been really impressed with his teams. He's done a really good job. First half, I changed formation to start with. We started with a 4-2-3-1 within the personnel that played against Plymouth, as I felt it was important that they had a chance to go again and we were just too passive. We goal or go up, and then what I would say is for all of Hull's good play. The 2 goals were just very, very poor moments from us. It's not fantastic play from Hull, really. The first one, we just let a runner go between 2 players unopposed, and he ends up scoring, and then we have a mix-up for the second goal, which again can certainly be avoided. Not only the first bit, but the second bit could have been avoided. But it is what it is, and all you can do then is try and respond. And we certainly don't want another home defeat, as I think that would have been pretty damaging, I think. Indeed. The second goal saw Danny McNamara misjudge the position of Bartosz Piatkowski when he headed the ball back, allowing Philogene to pounce. A Hull winger who enjoyed an impressive 90 minutes evaded McNamara's recovery tackle and played it to Adamo Traore. On the mix-up for Hull's second, Rowett added, I think there were a few moments with it, of course. I think as Barty's half coming out, Danny's not sure, so he then heads it, thinking he stayed back. I don't know what the players have said or how it's unfolded, or I'll have to speak to them about that. But then I think Danny, in his desperation to go and make amends, I think he then slides in and he opens up the space inside. Yeah, that's what I said. If he would have just stood there and just blocked it off, because he slides in and then the guy's got a free pass in back behind him. You just got to get there and probably just kick it out for a corner or do something like that. You know what I mean? He's champing at the bit to go and get him, and it just didn't really work out. I'm not going to start blaming the players. It is what it is. But as a manager, it's very difficult to do anything about the 2 goals. They were 2 sloppy goals from our perspective and lacked a little bit of concentration and the quality of defending that we needed. It's put us in a difficult position. Yeah. Certainly. Indeed. What I would say, it's kind of hard. It's really, really annoying. The teams that do this ultra short fucking goal kicks all the time. It's like, I don't know if you've seen a Norman Wisdom film where he's playing a boxer. I think he's just running, or maybe it's a Charlie Chaplin film. He's just running around the wing. He's running away from the guy instead of fighting him. And that's what Hull were doing with these stupid fucking short passing from the back that they were doing. It's like, play football. Kick it forward and let's play football. But they were just doing this fucking garbage fucking shit. It's like fucking, oh man. Play football, bruv. Like, what are you doing? What is this fucking dog shit? It's getting so bad that you think in a few years they're going to change the rules and stop you from doing that. Because it's like with the back pass where they used to just kick it back to the goal and he would pick it up. Like, they had to stop doing that because it was so fucking boring. And you've got one team playing football and another team just doing fucking tricks and shit and being snide. It's so fucking disingenuous and against the spirit of the game. Like, man, what the fuck was that, bruv? That was so bad what they were doing, and they were doing it all the time. So here we go from the londonnewsonline.co.uk, South London Press's online website. Millwall goal scorer was touch and go before the match, as Gary Rowett explains the half-time change. Yes, I don't know if you've seen it on the highlights. When he scored, he goes off to run, off the side to run, and he slips on the, I don't know if it's the Sky Bet EFL Championship thing that they have down, or if he went onto the off the grass and he slipped on that. But he slipped over and it looked like he hurt himself. I don't know if that's why he went off. Gary Rowett has revealed that he took Duncan Watmore off at half-time in Mill's 2-2 draw of Hull City due to a niggle. The attacker opened the scoring at the Den, finishing from a tight angle after Joe Bryan's free kick was miscued into his path by a Tigers defender. But Watmore then seemed to partially lose his footing on the plastic advertising sheet that was behind the goal line. Goal line. Although he stayed on for the remainder of the first half, he was replaced by Tom Bradshaw. Well, he was touch and go before the game, said Lions boss Rowett. He felt something in the warm-up and he had to be strapped up. I nearly didn't start him, but at that point it would have been classed as a substitution, so I didn't want to change it that late. And also, he re-felt it or he re-injured it in the celebration. And I probably should have taken him off at that point, but it's always difficult when you're asking a player, are you okay? And they sort of want to stay on. It's admirable, but admirable, I should say. But also, there is an element that you need to be able to run for the team. And he got through the first half, but decided to take him off anyway. Just because I didn't think he was quite alright. Yeah, kind of weird taking him off. Because he seemed to be like probably the best player, not the most attacking player for Millwall in that first half. So you think, why is he taking him off? So now we know he was kind of injured. Not only that, but he was injured going into the game, and he played so well in that first half with a slight injury. Not bad. Should get him fit, see what we can do then. Now, moving on to this from southernnews.co.uk about their manager and his abuse that he's throwing out. Apparently, the manager can be abusive to another manager, but a fan cannot be abusive to a player. No. You cannot do that. Do not abuse the players. Do not do that. But the manager of one of the teams can be abusive. That's fine. Rules for thee, but not for me. He told me to shut up about 4 times. Millwall boss on time wasting spat with Liam Rossinia, but insists it's now water under the bridge. Gary Rowett and the whole manager did not appear to be the best of friends at full time. Gary Rowett said Liam Rossinia told him to shut up about 4 times as he revealed all on the spat at the end of the game at the Den. Millwall and Hull drew 2-2 in an entertaining contest, and the two managers on the sidelines got into a brief dispute towards the end of the game. Rowett was not pleased with what he believed to be time wasting from Hull, with his Millwall side in the ascendancy in the second half, having gone 2-1 down by half time. The Lions boss said he's not overly happy with how things played out, but he's got no problem with Rossinia. He said in his post-match press conference, "Look, it is what it is," and I said what I said on the pitch, and I wasn't overly happy with it, but he told me to shut up about 4 times, which, it's a game of passion. I've got no problem with Liam. I think he's done a really, really good job. I think he's a fine young coach, and I'm not going to make a big deal of it. But I think there was one moment towards the end when the goalkeeper threw it to the defender, and the defender threw it back, and the goalkeeper moved it. For me, that's time wasting. Whatever way you swing a cat, you're time wasting. But my issue really was with the 4th official, that they didn't deal with it. Not with Hull. I would expect them to do it. It's just like we would do if we were winning away from home. No problem at all. Water under the bridge and we move on. Rossinia also gave his side of the incident, with Rowett appearing to wait for the 39-year-old coach to finish applauding the away fans before going down the tunnel. Rossinia said, "So it's the last minute of the game. I'm shouting. I'm not wasting time. We play from the defender to the goalkeeper on the goal kick. It's the last minute of the game, so I'm shouting to our back four for our goalkeeper to run up the pitch, for the goalkeeper to kick it long. Do you remember Norwich, the first game of the season? The same thing happened. I'm not time wasting. It's a tactical thing. I want to win here. Gary's a great lad, and he's a really good manager. He's someone I can learn from. He's a passionate sport, and I will back my team, and I'll defend my team." On Rowett appearing to wait for him before going down a tunnel, Rossinia said, "I don't know why, I'll be honest. I told him to shut up. That's what I said. So if that's going to hurt your feelings as much as that, we're in the wrong business." So there you go. The manager can be abusive, but please, fans, please don't say anything, fans. You don't say anything, but they can. It's fine for them. So there you go. Would be interesting if he got an FA charge for that. The fact that he's admitted it, or there's not really much in it, but I wonder if it's in the referee's report. We'll see. But yeah. What can you say? It was better from Millwall today. Well, it was better in terms of, in some ways, and in some respects it was worse with the defensive mistakes. But it was better. It was a lot better. But like I say, if you've got only one team playing football and another team playing silly buggers, like what the fuck are you supposed to do? Like, this is football in 2023. What they were doing at the back, absolute fucking garbage. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.